Shalom, it's Brother Yashima Zakar from the Israelite Report. IsraeliteReport.com. Upon my watch, all praises are definitely due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah. Peace and blessings to all the brothers spread across the four corners of the earth, pushing the truth and sincerity, those that truly believe and want to get the hell up out of here. Because this place is going down, and it's going down fast. And if you can't see that, then the Lord has you in a state of delusion. He said he would choose your delusion, and there are people that still believe this place will continue on as it was. I'm going to go ahead and get Habakkuk 2 and 1, because why not? Haven't gotten it in a while. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. So the scoffing is dying down. You know why it's dying down? Quick answer. Because we are in that appointed time. We're in that time. Right? Lord said he would cause that proverb to cease. All that shit talking. It's real quiet out here. People can see that things aren't going as they expected, to say the least. They're in a situation where I would say this, they are uncertain of their future. The economy did not rebound because Trump became president. 9 months in, and they're sitting there going, I don't see no change, really. All he's given us is deportations, and okay, he sent the troops into D.C., and okay, that's cool, but people are in a state of panic. And I see it in my city, in Washington, D.C., I see the shit. Israelites, Jake, black folk, Hispanics, who don't even want to deliver. At my job, you know, they order in DoorDash all the time and different delivery services. But a lot of them are El Salvadorians, because here in the DMV, we got a lot of El Salvadorians. Like in New York, you got a lot of Puerto Ricans. In California, you got a lot of Mexicans. So people did not see America getting great again. And they are uncertain about their financial future. They are in a situation where they see a political war between the left and the right, but at the same time, they see no changes in their personal life. And that bothers them. They can only be distracted for so long. They still have bills. Okay? They still have bills to pay. Now keep in mind, these people don't believe in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Matter of fact, let me get the rest of it. Habakkuk 2:4, it says, behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. And these people don't have faith. They don't have Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai to lean on. They don't have that. So when the shit hit the fan, these people are going to lose their goddamn mind. They don't know what the fuck to do. What else can they do but lose their shit? You talking about storming the Capitol back in 2021, January the 6th. You ain't seen shit yet. Wait till these people really understand and get a glimpse of reality and find out that they've been had. It says in the 5th verse, yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied. And these rich elite, no matter how much money, power, authority they have, they want more. They want more control. The wicked is in control. The wicked is ruling. That's why the people are mourning, because the wicked is ruling. Okay? It says, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. So it was cool for Americans to sit back and watch America, the U.S. military, go into Iraq and destroy that land, destroy their leaders. Same thing with Afghanistan, Libya. And the list goes on and on and on and on. But the scriptures say, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied. He don't just want to conquer certain lands. He want to conquer the whole world and have everybody microchipped. And if that means collapsing, destroying his own system, he will do that, because he cannot be satisfied. He's not happy with just having money, having power, having control. He wants everybody microchipped because that's his God. That's going to be the new God under Esau, Edom. A microchip where he can cut off your finances, your health care. He can track your movements. He feel like he can be on the same level as the Most High. He's never satisfied. And that's what these people are slowly finding out. And what's going to be the result of that? Revolution. These people are going to fight. These Edomites ain't going to go down slow and they're not going to go down quiet. They're slowly but surely taking up arms to fight against the very government that they believed in. I want to get into a little bit of the news. I got this from X. You know me, I'm always spying on Esau. From Stu Peters on X, he writes, President Trump is implementing Project Esther. That's an interesting title, Project Esther. That's the reason he's deploying the National Guard to patrol U.S. cities. Pretty soon, anti-Semites will be labeled domestic terrorists, and the military will be dragging them from their homes. Oh, this is that divide between these Edomites. You know, you have your regular everyday Edomites, and you have your top level elite Edomites, and a lot of them, most of them, are small hatters, J-ish people. And again, he says President Trump is implementing Project Esther. That's the reason he's deploying the National Guard to patrol U.S. cities. Pretty soon, anti-Semites will be labeled domestic terrorists. Ooh. You tell me. Oh, shit. You tell me who fits into that category. Oh, guess who fits into that category? The Hebrew Israelites. Yeah. Pretty soon, anti-Semites will be labeled domestic terrorists, and the military will be dragging them from their homes. Ay. And that came from Stu Peters, who's like one of the, you want to talk about, he's a white supremacist. But, you know, he brings out a lot of truth. He snitches on Esau. That's why I like looking at his videos and following him on X. He's a podcaster. But I had to look up Project Esther because I heard of it, but I didn't really look into it. So real quick, if y'all can be patient with me real fast, I'm going to try to read through this real quick. I had to go to heritage.org and look up exactly what is the Project Esther. What is that? And it says here, a national strategy to combat anti-Semitism. And it says here, I hope I say this right. Salakia if I say it wrong. America's virulent anti-Israel, anti-Zionist, anti-American, pro-Palestinian movement. Now, I want to address this. This is why I tell you, when you see these Israelites, these Israelite camps out here marching, and you know they're moving weird and funny, and they're doing weird shit. Watch them, because what Esau is looking to do, he's looking to lump up the Israelites those that truly believe and put them in the same category as the pro-Palestinian movements. The same way they did with Al-Qaeda, the Bush administration. I know because I went in the military when Bush pulled that bullshit that, what is it, Salakia, Operation Iraqi Freedom. And I forget what it was called for Afghanistan, you know, when they were chasing bin Laden. But they were after terrorists, both foreign and domestic. Okay, domestic meaning the homeland. And that set the, that was like the pathway to what we're seeing now from the Trump administration. And I can honestly say this. This is what I believe. From the Bush administration, the Obama-Biden administration was bullshit. I believe the Bush administration from 9/11 on was like a pathway to the Trump administration. But it's the Bush administration on steroids. Anyway, I'm not going to, I'll leave that. It says America's virulently anti-Israel, anti-Zionist, and anti-American pro-Palestinian movement is part of a global Hamas support network that is trying to compel the U.S. government to abandon its long-standing support for Israel, supported by activists and funders dedicated to the destruction of capitalism and democracy. The HSN, which is, again, that's the Hamas Support Network, HSN. It says the HSN benefits from the support and training of America's overseas enemies and seeks to achieve its goals by taking advantage of our open society, corrupting our education system, leveraging the American media, co-opting the federal government, and relying on the American Jewish community's complicity. The National Task Force to Combat Anti-Semitism intends to enlist all willing and able partners in a coordinated effort to combat the scourge of anti-Semitism in the United States. Ooh. Oh, there's going to be a famine of the word coming soon, because they're about to call all of us terrorists. I hope you're ready, because all the shit talking, all that super duper, I'm an Israelite, Kwam Yasharallah. Yeah, oh, that's about to go. Oh, my goodness. If you could see what I see, ooh-wee. All of that being in uniformity and marching and shit. It's going to get real lonely out here. Oh, it's going to get real lonely real fast. All of that going to the gun range and doing your Hebrew Israelite workout. Yeah. Oh, that's going to get tested. You about to F around and find out. The day is coming when calling yourself an Israelite is going to be deemed as being affiliated with terrorists. I got this from the Shadows of Ezra on X. He says this was written about something that Pam Bondi spoke out about. And I actually checked this. I fact-checked this. So this is true. U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi. This is what she said. Pam and Shadows of Ezra, he laid it out. He wrote this. Pam Bondi now openly admits that the U.S. government will target anyone that they label, excuse me. I'm going to read that again. Pam Bondi now openly admits that the U.S. government will target anyone they label as using hate speech. Our speech is considered as hate. She says hate speech is not free speech, so they're moving the goalposts. That's why you shouldn't trust in your rights, your so-called civil rights, your amendment, and the Constitution, all that bullshit. No, fuck all that. Understand this devil. Pam Bondi now openly admits that the U.S. government will target anyone they label as using hate speech. She says hate speech is not free speech and has no place in society, especially after what happened to Charlie Kirk. Now, I would play the clip, but it was done on a major podcast, and I don't want to. I know I'm gonna get a strike if I play it. It won't be a problem on Spreaker or Spotify or Apple Podcasts, but if I upload it to YouTube, it's gonna be a problem. That's why I hate YouTube. But they are really using this Charlie Kirk thing as a way to get the right wing to promote, advocate, and push for more censorship. Because the right wing, the Republicans, are supposed to be they're supposed to be the party of free speech. But this Charlie Kirk thing, what happened with all of these Democrats, these liberals, talking shit since Charlie Kirk got popped and unalived. They've been talking shit on social media. So now you have a lot of these right-wingers, these Republicans that want to silence the voice of these left-wingers, these Democrats. So they would not be able to get these Republicans, these right-wingers, on board with censoring people and having the government crack down on them, deeming what they say as hate speech if it wasn't for this unaliving, this shooting, death of Charlie Kirk. Order out of chaos. This is what they do. Problem, reaction, solution. But keep in mind, the real target are the Israelites. Everything's going to come back to the Israelites. That's what it comes back to. Let me get this right quick on X. And I have to stay on X because I have to spy out this devil, Esau Edom, and see what the hell he's talking about. Alex Jones on X, and we know Alex Jones is controlled opposition, but he's doing his job. Every once in a while, the Lord will have him bring out some truth. It says here, breaking, exclusive, Israel placed surveillance devices inside Secret Service emergency vehicles and around the White House. Trump fears assassination by Netanyahu. Again, Israel meaning the state of Israel, placed surveillance devices inside Secret Service emergency vehicles and around the White House. Trump fears assassination by Netanyahu. And Alex Jones just exposed this Israeli Mossad operation that has been planning these surveillance devices in Trump's White House and around his White House inside of these Secret Service emergency vehicles. This is showing the great divide of Esau, because these small hats, the state of Israel, these J-ish people, they're Edomites. Okay? Amalekites. Most of them. And they are divided. I said most of them because, you know, that's just the way it is. You have our people sprinkled. But anyway, you have this great divide between these Edomites because the working everyday Edomite feels like he has not gotten his piece of the pie. And they are telling on these small hats who they feel have all the control, too much power, too much influence inside American politics. And they're tired of it. They did not get their piece of the pie, and they're pissed off and they're snitching. That's what's happening. And I watched the video, and this guy, Blumenthal, who has to be a small hatter himself, exposed it. It's on the Alex Jones network or his InfoWars, but I watched it on Twitter, X, and he went into it. And he was pretty much saying that Israel has been doing this for decades. Placing surveillance devices, you know, inside of the homes and the vehicles of these politicians. And they also are good at blackmailing. This devil was going down. And niggas can't see it. Niggas are still trying to cleave onto Esau. Meanwhile, Esau is crashing the fuck out, losing his mind. Esau don't know what to do. But let me go ahead and get this real fast. Y'all know where I'm going already. This is Mark 3:23. It says, and he called them unto him and said unto them in parables, how can Satan cast out Satan? And if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. And if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand. And if Satan rise up against himself and be divided, he cannot stand, but hath an end. And we're at the end. This is that appointed time. All of these truths are coming out. Esau is snitching on himself. Obadiah 1:6. How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? How? Who's doing it? It's the Lord manipulating them. They're telling themselves. They're snitching. The regular, everyday Joe Schmo Edomite is now on social media saying it's the small hats, it's the J-ish people. They're in control. They're the ones ruling and ruining everything, destroying everything. They're the financiers. How are the hidden, excuse me, I keep doing this. I'm ahead of myself, Salakia. How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things? And the reason why I keep getting into that hidden things, I keep jumping the gun, because for so long, the treachery and the wickedness of Esau, especially when it came to these J-ish people, they were hidden things. People didn't look at the J-ish people the way they look at them now. All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him. Shall I not in that day, saith the Lord, even destroy the wise men out of Edom, and understanding out of the mount of Esau. This may not seem like a big deal to you, but Alex Jones has a powerful voice inside of the right-wing, extreme right-wing media and in the conspiracy world. And what he posted, and this guy Blumenthal, what he broke down, this is important. This is going out to millions of people. Pissed off Edomites. They're already angry. And a lot of them love Trump. So the thought, the idea that a foreign nation, a foreign government, Israel, would place surveillance devices inside Secret Service vehicles, that's going to make them hate the state of Israel even more. And it's already being rumored amongst right-wing circles, media circles, that Charlie Kirk was unalived because of the J-ish people, because he was speaking out against the J-ish people. Got to watch my words, right? The small hats. He started speaking out against the J-ish people, and that's why he was unalived. So now you have this. This is a great divide amongst Esau and Edom. I want to get this in Habakkuk, again, the second chapter, 15th verse. Woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that puttest thy bottle to him, and makest him drunken also, that thou mayest look on their nakedness. And many nations have, sat down and drank with Babylon, America. It says, 16th verse, thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of the Lord's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory. And right now, that's something that Esau is experiencing, shameful spewing, because people are calling these Edomites out left and right, including their own people. Their own people are calling them out and exposing the wickedness of Esau, Edom, their own people. That's the spirit of the Lord. It's the Lord doing that. The Lord is forcing all of these whistleblowers to come out in public and tell the truth. That's why Obadiah says, how are the hidden things sought up? Because it's no longer hidden. This is that appointed time. Also, in the news, I'll do it this way. I got this from Natural News. Do a news rundown. From Natural News. Deadly chemicals that last forever in the environment and the human body now discovered in nearly all beer in USA. You can't even drink a beer no more. This devil is so fucking wicked, you can't even drink a beer. Deadly chemicals that last forever in the environment and the human body now discovered in nearly all beer in the USA. And it says right quick, if you thought having a couple beers when you get home from work or at a cookout, somebody done invited this Edomite to the cookout. If you thought having a couple beers when you get home from work or at a cookout was pretty harmless, think again. And it says here, and I don't even know how to say this shit, per and poly, whatever, fluoroscally substance is called PFAS, often called forever chemicals. That's the nickname, forever chemicals. Because of their resistance to natural breakdown, have been detected in an alarming number of consumer products. Now, new research has revealed that these toxic substances are present in one of America's most popular beverages, beer. So people are they're at a place now where you can't eat nothing, you can't drink nothing. Everything's contaminated, poison. Whole world's out of course. The earth is out of course. This is insanity. These people are hell-bent on depopulating billions of people from this planet. We need a savior now. I can't understand why these niggas is running around talking about Yahweh Shah might not come back 1,000 years. You out of your fucking mind, man. You are out of your goddamn mind. Ain't no fucking way, man. We really need to get the hell up out of here. I'm dead ass fucking serious. I'm serious, man. We gotta go. This has to be the end. You can't drink a beer? Hell, I I remember about 3 years ago, 4 years ago, actually, I read an article. They were putting mRNA in vegetables and plants. Yeah, and I said this before, I'll say it again. And I'm not trying to be, I know brothers is trying to eat healthy and that's, I applaud that. I try my best too. My wife cooked for me, and, she cooked, the best. But, brother, to be honest with you, man, all this shit is poison, man. I'm just going to keep it real. And I ain't trying to bug you out. And, a lot of stuff I could say, I try not to. Because some of you lose your damn mind, man. They were putting mRNA, that same shit that they were putting in the shot, back in 2021. That 2020 shot, that Operation Warp Speed shot. They putting that shit in the food, in the plants. Not just beef. They put it in the cows too. By the way. But they also put it in the plants. I saw this shit in mainstream media. I can't find it now. If I was to go try to look it up now, it's really not there. And this was their alternative, their way around, because a lot of people didn't want to take the shot, the mandated shot. Okay, in 2021, a lot of Americans stood up against the system. So they said, look, we got a way around that. We'll put the shit in the food, in the plants. Oh, you want to eat healthy? Guess what? You're still going to take this mRNA. That's why I say what I say, man. Fuck this shit. You can't build nothing here, man. Your enemy is trying to destroy you. And by the way, your enemy has power over you right now. The earth was given into the hands of the wicked, and right now, the wicked is in rulership. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. We're in a state of mourning. The trees are mourning. Our women are mourning. Even if they don't want to admit it, they're sad and miserable. They a bad bitch, a boss bitch. But at the same time, they're sad because they really want a man. They really want a man that they can be underneath. Everything is fucked up, man. Eating healthy. You trying to eat healthy, and they putting mRNA in the fucking vegetables, your plants. Oh, I'm gonna plant some vegetables in my garden. They done put fucking mRNA in the goddamn soil. That shit's in the water. There was another article about them spraying the shit in the air. Shit that I forgot about. In mainstream media. I'm not even talking about conspiracy shit. In the mainstream. Esau is openly telling you what he's doing. He's telling you. You're going to take this, whether you want to or not. Oh, you stood up against the VAX, the mandate, the vax mandate. Well, don't worry, nigga. We're going to put the shit in your food. See, that's how fucking wicked this devil is, man. Let me go ahead and get this, man. Revelation 11 and 18, it says, and the nations were angry, and you can see people are angry and rising up. And thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants, the prophets, because the Lord revealeth his secrets unto his servants, the prophets, and to the saints, and them that fear thy name. And a lot of people have a problem with the name. A lot of you niggas can't even say the Lord's name. I saw Bishop Nate having a hard time saying the name Yahweh. And he couldn't even say the name Yahweh Shai. He said Christ. Anyway, before I go on a tangent and a rant, and thou shouldest give, Slakia, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants, the prophets, and to the saints, and them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth. And that's what this devil is doing, man. He's destroying the earth. That's a goddamn shame, man. Whales beaching themselves, man. You got bears coming into people's neighborhoods. They ain't got nowhere to stay. That's a goddamn shame. This devil wants to destroy everything. I know the scripture says, for the elect's sake, those days should be shortened. But hell, even the animals, man. The trees, everything. The sky. The water. These days need to be shortened. Every creation is crying out against this devil. And Shalom is Brother Yashama Zakar from the Israelite Report. IsraeliteReport.com. Upon my watch, all praises are definitely due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Peace and blessings to all the brothers spread across the four corners of the earth, pushing the truth and sincerity. Those that truly believe and want to get the hell up out of here. Those that truly believe and really want to get the hell up out of here. Because if you truly believe, you really do want to get the hell up out of here. I got a quick little story right quick. Something just, as I was on my way to record this, I had a crazy day. It was like a roller coaster ride. But I got on the elevator for my apartment, and it was like 3 niggers. One of them was a female, but it was 2 just tall for nothing ass niggas. And I usually don't run into these type of people in my apartment, but anyway, they was high as hell, just talking stupid like Jake, you know, just being retarded. And so it was raining today, so I had my umbrella, and the nigga got spooked out by my umbrella, excuse me. On the elevator, he got spooked out by my umbrella. And the nigga was like, oh, shit, like tripping out. And the girl was like, what is he on? And I was like, yo, what the fuck? And I knew when I got on it, I shouldn't have got on it. They was just bugged out, high as fuck. And so anyway, I'm on it, and the nigga was like talking shit, like, man, this nigga looking at me talking shit. He's like, man, that type of shit right there. man, I got switches on me. And it was funny because last week I tripped out a little bit. You know, I you know how I can be. I was talking about them guys from Chicago that was talking shit about Trump bringing in the troops. And they talking about we got switches. And he was talking that same shit, man. I had an umbrella. I could have got shot on the elevator because I had an umbrella with some nigga that was high, out of his mind, high. He saw an umbrella and thought it was a gun. These are the type of times we living in, man. So anyway, they was talking shit, and I just let them talk this shit, and I was just like, whatever, man. But you know, our people, man, I'm telling you, 2/3 of our people are gonna get cut off, and you can see why, man. You can see why. Because there's nothing you can do. You can't do nothing with them. You can't pull them niggas to the side and say, hey, look, brother, you know you're an Israelite. Right? You know you have the 12 tribes of Israel, and brother, you know, you're a king. You can't do that. What can you do? What can you do? But you know, I just kept my peace. They was talking shit the whole way on the elevator. And it just kind of like tickles me, like, man, the Lord is gonna make sure that his men are in the right spirit when that time comes, when destruction comes, when the famine comes, civil war, martial law, that we have no sympathy for these people. He's going to make sure of it. That's why he makes us go through the shit that we go through in these little encounters that we have. He makes sure we understand why 2/3 of our people have to get cut off. Because if you try to get, you know, sympathetic, the Lord will make sure you remember how wicked these people are. I'm going to get Isaiah 55:10. It says, for as the rain cometh down, and it's coming down right now where I'm at. For as the rain cometh down, and the snow from heaven, and returneth not thither, but watereth the earth, and maketh it bring forth and bud, that it may give seed to the sower, and bread to the eater. So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void. Because in the times that we living in, there's an anti-Hamashiach, anti-Messiah spirit, anti-power, anti-God spirit that's going forth, anti-Bible spirit that's out here. And it really comes from Esau, because our people, for real, our people are usually inclined to believe in the Bible and to have some sort of fear of God, even if it's in wickedness. You know, Jake will get in a fucked up, trying not to rant this week. I did enough last week. But if Jake is in an effed up situation, Jake will usually, go to church had a pastor pray for them. And they'll believe. I know that growing up, I've seen it because I grew up in the Christian church. There'll be guys that you didn't see in church in months. Then all of a sudden they're going through a bad time. Now they got to come to church and had a pastor pray for them, you know. But the spirit, the vibration that Esau is pushing out there, anti-Bible, anti-God, anti-Messiah, that spirit is being pushed out there heavy. And then add on the fact that Jake is on all types of drugs, man. I don't give a shit how many, these niggas, they be talking about, the weed, it come from the earth and it was put here for us to smoke and all this shit. Fuck that. I hate weed smoke. I hate the smell of it. Adding on to that, you don't know what the hell Esau has done to manipulate the weed that you smoking. But let me get back to my point. Isaiah 55:11, it says, so shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth, because the Lord, he's going to speak through his prophets. So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth, it shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please. And it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it. So the Lord's word doesn't go out void. And the problem that people have is they don't want to listen to the men who the Lord sent. And Jake is just in an effed up place. All right. And they're about to see a lot of troubles. I want to get this. I didn't even mean, I did not know I was going to go here. But I do want to get this right quick. Amos 3:6. Everybody knows this. Amos 3:6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city and the people not be afraid? Because you have trumpet, you have a trumpet of victory. You have a trumpet of war, right? But it says, shall a trumpet be blown in the city and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in a city and the Lord have not done it? And that's what a lot of these people think, they don't get that. Because the Christian church teaches people that God loves everybody. So when all this evil, this is why you got niggas that are now atheists. Because the white man told them there is no God. And Jake, he gonna believe anything the white man say. Even while the white man is persecuting them. Hanging them. They're blaming Jake for the unaliving of Charlie Kirk. Niggas ain't had nothing to do with that. That shit happened in Utah. By another cracker. Another cracker-ass, crackety-cracker white man. And they still blame black folk. But it says, shall a trumpet be blown in the city and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in a city and the Lord have not done it? Because it's the Lord that's doing it. Surely the Lord power, Yahweh, will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophet. His servants, the prophets. And you know what? We're in that time now when prophecy is being fulfilled and people are looking for answers. And I said this before, I'll say it again. Everybody wants answers, but they hate the answer. Because the answer is coming back to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, but they don't want to do that. Because it's not the cute thing, it's not the acceptable thing to do, because they want to get along with the people in this world, and they want God's mercy. They want the grace of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, but at the same time get along with people. You're not going to get along with people. Not if you're a man of the Lord. It's just not going to happen. There's nothing you can do about it. There's always going to be a division. But Yahweh Shah said that. Yahweh Shah calls for division. All right? Matter of fact, I might as well get it since I said it. Luke 12:51, it says, suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth. I tell you, nay, but rather division. So you get God saying, brother, you supposed to love everybody. You're not supposed to cuss out people. What about them guys out there? They's your brother. You supposed to love them. You supposed to show them. And you know what a nigga say? You can draw more flies with honey. Right? I forget the rest. Supposed to be like you draw more flies with honey than something. I forget what it is. But anyway, I don't want to draw no goddamn flies. I don't want to draw no goddamn niggers. This is for the elect of the 12 tribes of Israel. Says, suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth. I tell you, nay, but rather division. From henceforth there shall be 5 in one house divided, 3 against 2, and 2 against 3. And y'all know the rest. Okay, but since I said it, I might as well have brought it out. But for all of you niggers that are anti-Messiah, anti-Yahweh Shah, you niggers are going to pay for that. All that shit talking. That's why I let the situation blow over, because they was talking shit. The whole elevator ride, they was high as hell. Niggas talking about they got switches on them. I'm sitting there like, God damn, my nigga, you cool? But I'm telling you that to help you understand that every brother ain't your brother. Okay? Fuck all that. And every once in a while, the Most High will send you a reminder.